Happy New Year 2022, and indeed, it is the very first Monday of the year. And for me, it marks the 18th year. This Monday marks the 18th year of me being in the industry, an oil and gas industry, and prior to that, a short stint in semiconductor industry. I thought, let me start with sharing some of my life experiences, which I hope will be useful to many of you. Now, as a teenager, before getting to a university or even during the early years of university, due to financial constraint and financial situation of my family, I even started working often in weekends collecting machine scraps from the factories that is closed down due to economic downturn in 1998, 99, 2000. That was a very interesting opportunity for me to see the how can we convert the value from those that can be erased. Now, when I started off as an engineer, in 2004, the first ever task I had to do is cleaning the vessels and tanks. And indeed, at that point of time, I actually even felt that there could be other options to speed up my career. But God's plan is usually a better plan than us. But today, I realized that how I started was a blessings. And indeed, it reflects to me and many of us that it's not important on where you start and how you start, but actually what you do with every opportunity that you are granted. And that is what matters. Now, as of today, it has been a 14 years plus working for organization. It is almost 4 years plus that I on the current business, doing my own business. Now, it was been a roller coaster of many feelings, including feeling of accomplishment, feeling of being failed, and dissentiments, dissatisfaction, happiness, and grumpiness and confusion, many of those, and many cycles of failures before achieving what I define success as many of our tasks or milestones that I obtained. So before going down further on my last part of the message, let's define success and failures accordingly. Now, success could mean many things for people, and it could carry many meaning depending on the situation. For me, I think pursuit of happiness and being a full-fledged being ourselves is probably timeless and everlasting. And of course, failures in any task could be the opposite of successes. Now, my question to many people that who listening to me, failures, we all probably failed before, and we probably remember more successes than failures. It could be any of those. But do we really fail? That's the question. Let's do a deep thinking. Do we really fail? And does it matter that we fail? And no matter how many times fail, what is more important than the failure is actually how we react to the failure. And that is what failure to me actually. If we react in a positive way and march forward, then it is actually a lesson. And it is not a failure. Now consider this. No, I know that the failure could be painful, sad, the experiences of displeasure, not very pleasant one. But here it goes. The failure at the catastrophic level can take away everything from someone, except for two things. It doesn't take away your life and the person who you are. So at the end of the day, what really matters is what do you do and how do you deal with it? What do you do with your life, the remaining life, and how do you deal with the failures? And that's what really matters. So it doesn't matter how many times you fail in achieving something or not able to do something. What really matters is how do you react and how do you act. And that's what I thought of sharing with you. And because, in many failures I have endured, it often never stopped me from, the ultimate aim on achieving something. So that's what life is all about. So for those who feel the pain of failures and going through a difficult time, or trying to achieve the personal goals, Don't worry about the failures and what other people think and noise around you, but what really matters is your reaction and your action. And if you are redirected from your direction, sometimes it's a blessing. It may not be necessarily a bad news, you may perceive so, but redirection from your direction could be good things. And often enough that usually we explore new direction and usually find new horizons. So with that, Happy New Year 2022, and I hope you achieve every success in your endeavor and have a fulfilling life and enjoy your own journey. Thank you very much and see you in my next video. Take care.